loneliness began to speak. Security couldn't get her down. She was welded to the eagle's beak.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. The battery died. We're talking about how the elite still see humanity as primitive workers. We are living in humanity. The insanity of humanity is a living example of why you don't mess with natural order. Why humans have such trouble. It's not fair, and that's why I believe that humans are gifted with return, so they can remember why they're here and remember what they need to do to fix the problems of humanity that's been plaguing humanity for many, many years. And the issues of parental abandonment creates the fear of losing anything that makes one happy. And psychopath defenders are dangerous to our future, because as long as psychopaths are allowed to do whatever they want and not get called out on it, I don't know what. There's not much more we can do about it. But that's why we keep doing what we're doing, because we know how important it is. The psychopath, there's in the mind, this is like an allegorical thing, the switch of the psychopath. Psychopath safety switch must be activated in those who are hypersympathetic, and they need to recognize this as part of the switchboard of free will. So don't pity the psychopath. They don't care about you. They only care about themselves and whatever they want, whatever makes them happy. They're greedy as hell, and they don't have any respect for life. Only their own. Only their own life of pleasure. The origins of money, enslavement, and control. That's money. That's just the money. Money was given to humans by these creatures. It's a control system. Look at it. I mean, people struggle to have a business. If you're not important, you don't matter, and then people are trying to go to school and are paying loans, insanely amount of money, to these universities because they think they're the universe. People need to stop condoning this and stop participating in it. If everybody stopped and refused to support this stuff, then it could all go away, because there's no way they can't do it. They can't have you anymore. Don't be a slave to them. Monetary system and human obsession with gold used to keep people in control. So those at the top control all because they were rich. You don't allow anyone else to share ideas that could change things. That people that are poor, their ideas don't get heard. They're not valued. You even hear it when they talk about people like how much this rich person is worth. Life itself is worth more than any amount of paper, crap, currency. And, if people weren't silenced and not paid attention to, then maybe things could change. But they're not going to change unless people change what their interests are. They need to learn the truth and need to learn that they've been lied to. And stop falling for everything that the media puts up, and musicians and whatever the popular thing is that they're using the latest distraction to get you to not look into things that may be uncomfortable, but they need to be looked into, because this is the only way to come together and stop this. Anunnaki in the ancient world forbade anyone to depict them as they really looked, so they could play God anonymously. They were depicted in scales and feathers, wings and fish symbology, with a large elongated skull, fish head, intermediary between gods and humans, like the Catholic Church. Confessions, people that do that claim that they, well, I'm sure they do talk to quote-unquote psychopath that thinks it's a god, but they have no idea who they are. Not in tune with the Most High, because if they were, they wouldn't be wearing that costume and lying and doing horrific things to children. They thought of as the Anunnaki being like reptilian beings. They maybe had tougher skin than humans. It could have been, because the depictions of them show that this could be the case. Could have had been tougher, rough skin like fish or serpents. Different, tougher skin than humans. They had craft, and they also had craft with technology depicted as birds, pine cone symbology, pine cone, the Catholic Church too, pineal gland, enlightenment, could be in the seal scales, and a lot of that, that's their look. There's a lot of interesting symbolism between naval intelligence and these beings. Because just look at that. Statue of Liberty's head is a warship. That's pretty scary. They claim that the global force for good. Well, guess what? Did or not? They think they are, but they're being misled by individuals under the influences of some seriously demented creatures. Another symbol, because also naval intelligence runs a lot. Big deal about that. And it's pretty disturbing. They're carrying, and also a lot of times it's depicted carrying a pouch, the warlock symbol. And it was punishable by death to depict the Anunnaki in their true forms. The naval bases beings, looks like naval bases, like they had their things too when they were in their time. The beings came from the sea and the sky. These creatures had submarines and satellites, discs like we have today. Their descendants control this technology to keep us under control, and it's true, and it's frightening, and it needs to be rejected, because they're not using technology for good things, and it should be. They're not interested in helping anyone except for themselves. And I got to go, so we can pick this up next time. Thank you for listening.
heard he brought in some blowtorches.